Lettuce is everywhere, salads, burgers, tacos. Yet no one remembers it. No one craves it. It dies fast, gets replaced even faster, and never gets the credit it deserves. This isn't just a vegetable. It's a story of being useful, but forgotten. Here's why being lettuce might be the saddest fate. Chapter 1. Born to be basic. Lettuce. The name sounds dull on its own. You weren't meant to stand out. You were meant to be the background noise to foods that are louder and taste better. You were meant to be the backup act from the start. People don't want veggies. It's not in their dreams. This lettuce changed my life has never been said. You're not important. What they pick up because they feel bad about getting a burger without anything green. A leaf of guilt. That's all. There are always better salads than you, even when you think you're the boss. The cherry peppers add colour. Croutons give things crunch. Cheese, taste. Pudding on? That's the main thing. What about you? You bring water. That's it. Like elevator music, you are there, but no one notices that you are a veggie. And when people finally notice you, it's likely that you've wilted, for the reason that the edges are turning brown. Because someone forgot about you for too long in the back of the fridge. Being born as lettuce means you learn quickly that you can be replaced, that people will forget about you, and that you're always walking on thin ice. Chapter 2. The Cold Life. Being lettuce means living life in fast forward. You grow quickly, get plucked even quicker, and then, just like that, you're in a plastic bag. Not a grand destination, not a place of honour, just cold, crinkly confinement. Your entire life is spent chilling in a fridge. Literally. You're wedged between a half-used jar of mayonnaise and that sketchy Tupperware no one wants to open. You can't breathe, you can't move, and you definitely can't fulfill your fresh destiny in here. You're not being admired, you're being slowly forgotten. Even worse? You never know your fate. Maybe you'll be used. Maybe you'll die waiting. Sometimes you get thrown into a sandwich just to give it some crunch, only to be yanked out because it made the bread soggy. You've been tossed in salads, dropped in tacos, laid on plates, only to be left behind. And let's not talk about the horror of being frozen by mistake. The moment you're thawed, you're done. Limp, lifeless, a puddle of lost potential. The cold life isn't refreshing. It's cruel. You're treated like an afterthought, a placeholder for real flavour, a green that never gets the spotlight. You didn't choose this fridge-bound existence, but here you are, wilting in silence. Chapter 3. Salad's most replaceable member. There was a time when lettuce ruled the salad bowl. You were the base, the foundation, the leafy green that held it all together. Iceberg, romaine, butterhead. Your name meant something. But now, you've become a backup dancer in your own show. Spinach struts in with its iron-rich attitude. Kale brings the hype of superfood status. Arugula. It's spicy, bold, rebellious. Meanwhile, you're just there. A pile of pale green crunch waiting to be swapped out for something more exciting. You're not trendy. You don't get blog posts written about you. Nobody says, I made this incredible lettuce-based dish. You're the one they replace when they want to make the salad feel fancy. It's always, let's switch the lettuce for rocket. Or, can we sub in mixed greens instead? Even restaurants have moved on. What used to be a Caesar salad is now baby kale Caesar with heirloom radicchio. You were the blueprint, and they've turned you into a faded copy. You're also too fragile to compete. Arugula can hold its own with just olive oil. Kale doesn't flinch at heat. But you wilt under pressure, literally. A little dressing? 5 minutes later, you're soggy and sad. That crisp edge you were once praised for? Gone. You go from fresh to forgettable in the time it takes someone to check their phone. And when you do make it to the plate, you're almost invisible. You're tucked under the toppings, buried under bacon bits, hidden beneath slices of grilled chicken. No one eats a salad and compliments the lettuce. It's always the dressing, the crunch, the cheese. You're not a flavor, you're a texture, and even that role is being challenged by crispier greens and vegetables with a bit more flair. Worse yet, you don't even get loyalty. The same people who once insisted on lettuce now mock you. It's just water, they say. There's no point. They treat you like you're lazy, as if you've stopped trying. But you never changed. You've always been the same leafy, dependable green. It's the world that moved on. You're still showing up, trying to do your part, and everyone acts like you're wasting their time. Being lettuce today means living in the shadow of your own legacy. You were once the go-to green, and now you're a sad reminder of simpler times. A default setting nobody wants to admit they still use. You're not hated, but you're not loved either. You're tolerated, a placeholder until something trendier comes along. And worst of all, no one mourns your fall from grace. You slip quietly out of the salad spotlight, replaced without fanfare. Just another forgotten green on the chopping block. Chapter 4. You die fast. Lettuce lives on borrowed time. The moment you're picked, the countdown begins. You might look fresh in the store but don't get comfortable. One shift in temperature, one moment outside the fridge, and it's over. You go from crisp and vibrant to soggy and sad in what feels like minutes. There is no second chance. You don't fade away over time. You fall down. A hint of warmth? It's over. A day too long in the fridge? It's over. You become mushy and your edges turn brown, and all of a sudden, you're just a memory of someone's forgotten meal plan. You're not like potatoes or carrots, which stay around. You don't like spinach, but at least it freezes. You're easily hurt. And the world isn't nice to people who are weak. Even worse, no one is sad about your death. No one says, "That lettuce is bad." They just sigh and throw you away with the trash. It goes from being the fresh part of someone's meal to being the reason why their fridge smells funny very quickly. You die quickly, in peace, not seen. Everyone has forgotten that you were there. Chapter 5. No respect, no legacy. You've been everywhere. Burgers, wraps, tacos, salads. You've been served to billions. But has anyone ever thanked you? No, because lettuce doesn't get remembered. You're the texture, never the taste. The filler, not the flavor. You're the thing people ask to hold when they customize their order. The first to be removed, the last to be appreciated. You've fed generations and never gotten a statue, a slogan, or even a decent meme. No respect, no legacy. You existed quietly, served your purpose, got thrown away. And that's the heartbreak of being lettuce. You did everything right and still ended up forgotten. So next time you see lettuce on your plate, pause. Don't just pick it off. Don't let it rot in the drawer. Give it a moment. Because that leaf spent its whole life trying to be useful, trying to matter, trying to be something more than a soggy green afterthought. Eat it with purpose. Eat it with pride. Because even if the world never gave lettuce a legacy, you can at least give it a little dignity.